Magnifying Mindsets. See your future with a growth mindset. Now, my first question to everyone, do you want to tap into your full potential? Do you want to see your life go to another level? And do you want to be able to see all of the opportunities that are waiting for you now and in your future? And if you said yes to any of those, guess what? It all starts with your mindset. It all starts with what you believe, because it is true. What you believe will determine what you achieve. And that's not just a cliche. So tonight, I'm going to talk about your mindset and how your mindset will determine your future and everything that goes along with it. Now, for those that aren't sure what a mindset really means, your mindset refers to your beliefs, how you think. It's about your attitude towards life. It's how you respond to the world, how you respond to situations. And your mindset will influence your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and how you respond to challenges. So let's magnify your mindset tonight. Now, for those that are wondering, okay, why did she choose the word magnify? I want you to imagine a magnifying glass. So most of you have seen a magnifying glass before. And when you put a magnifying glass up to something, it does some things. The first thing it will do is it will help you to see things more clearly. If something was blurry or something was hard to see, when you put a magnifying glass to it, you can see it clearly. It also will help you see beyond what you thought you could see. So if something is far away, you put a magnifying glass to it, it actually will help you see those things that you were not able to see at one point in time. And then the third thing that it does is it helps you see things bigger. So a magnifying glass will enlarge what you're looking at, and you can see things bigger than what it is. And then you can actually see some of the details to whatever you might have been looking at. So let's take this and relate it to our mindsets. How does magnifying your mindset help you in life? Think about it. If you magnify your mindset, it helps you see your visions, your dreams, your goals more clearly. If something was blurry or fuzzy and you wasn't kind of sure about, what direction you should take, when you magnify your mindset, you're putting a light to it so you can see it more clearly. It also can help you see things that are unseen, like the potential and the power that's within you. So when we magnify your mindset, it helps you to see the things that you might not have even seen within yourself. And then the next thing with your life, when you magnify your mindset, it will help you see bigger and better opportunities. Think about it. When you magnify your mindset, the details in life can be more revealed. When you enlarge your view, you see a bigger picture. You see things in a way that you may have never seen them before. So let's talk about magnifying your mindset. There's two different types of mindsets that research has shown. And if you magnify them, you could either get a positive result or a negative result. Because there's these things called a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And we're going to talk about both tonight. And as I talk about these, I really want you to really think about it. I want you to think about what type of mindset do you have? What type of mindset have you really been living your life with? Okay? So, really follow along with me as I go through these different things. It's going to determine fixed versus growth. Here we go. A person with a fixed mindset believes that intelligence and abilities, that they're fixed, that they're unchangeable, that those are some things that you're born with it. It is what it is, right? But a person with a growth mindset believes that intelligence and abilities can be developed and they can be grown. And over time, with practice, you can get better at whatever you choose to do. I remember when I first started doing my podcast, I literally went back last week and I was looking at some of my old videos, y'all. First of all, I was not good. The videos are blurry, the pictures are all like, you can still see the box of the pictures of the faces. I didn't know how to edit properly. Like, but I went through it, I learned from it, and I grew, because from my very first podcast to now, completely different. And so I used my growth mindset to help me grow, to help me get better. And that's why it is important to make sure we magnify having a growth mindset. The next thing, challenges. A person with a fixed mindset responds to challenges in a way where they try to avoid challenges. It's more like, oh, that's too hard. Y'all know anybody like that, where you give them a challenge? No, no, I ain't never done that before. I'm good. And they just repeat the same accomplishments over and over because that's something that they've already done. And instead of trying to do something more challenging, they just live in the old wins. I know some people that just, some people from high school and college just think about all the old past times instead of going after new things. And like I said, when I first started editing and doing my podcast, I faced so many challenges, y'all, from the producing and the publishing. I had to schedule interviews. I had to do the interviews. Then I had to download. I had to upload. And I literally had never done any of these things before. So these were challenges. And I made so many mistakes. And I could have said, forget this. This is too hard. I am not about to keep doing these podcasts because this is way too much. That's what someone with a fixed mindset would have done. But I had to realize that these podcasts are going to help people and encourage people. So I needed to push past my challenges. And for those of you who are out there who might be facing some challenges right now, don't quit. Don't give up. Think about it. If you give up on everything when it gets hard, you will never achieve anything. Just a reminder, don't quit. Keep going. Number 3, a person with a fixed mindset doesn't like feedback. Feedback when someone tries to give them some constructive criticism or some, things that they can do to make things better. A person with a fixed mindset looks at it as a personal attack. Like, some of my students were like, oh, that teacher doesn't like me. I said, why do you say that? Well, because she always telling me to redo my work. Well, was it incorrect? Well, yes. I said, well, why do you think she's telling you that? Well, because she don't like me. Maybe she's trying to help you. Well, they never looked at it like that. They just felt like it's criticism. I don't like being told that I made a mistake. But look, a person with a growth mindset looks at feedback as valuable and as a chance to improve. Literally last week, some of my students watched my Instagram page, and I was teaching this lesson about feedback. And I said, hey, for those of you who've seen my page and seen my videos, I want your feedback, because I wanted them to see that even as adults, we get feedback. We need feedback. And one of the young ladies, she came back to me the next day. She's like, well, do you mind? I said, no, give it to me. And then she started telling me some of the things that she saw that I could have done differently to help the younger audience become more engaged. And I was like, thank you. And I went back, I looked at my page, and I was like, you know what? She's right. And I started implementing some of that feedback. But that is because I didn't take it as a personal attack. I didn't take it as criticism. I took it as, this is my chance to get better. This is my chance to reach a bigger audience. This is my chance to bring more people on. Okay? And then number 4, a person with a fixed mindset doesn't like the success of others. They feel threatened. They feel like they're comparing themselves to other people. And sometimes that leads to jealousy. Okay? But a person with a growth mindset celebrates the wins of others, celebrates when somebody else succeeds. They find inspiration in the success because they can learn from what that person did. And last week when I was interviewing this gentleman, and he's a content creator coach named Jalen Hughes. And as I was interviewing him, we finished the interview, and I said, hey, you have all of these followers and you have all of these videos that are going viral. Instead of me hating on him, I was like, tell me, what did you do in order to get this big of a following? And he didn't mind sharing. And a lot of times, people with fixed mindsets are so afraid to ask others that they think are doing better than them, to where they don't learn and they don't improve because they're too busy comparing, too busy saying, she thinks she all that. Oh, I'm not going to do what they did. No, I took his suggestions and I implemented it. And guess what? I started getting more followers literally within the past 2 weeks because I didn't look at his success as threatening. I looked at his success as an opportunity. So remember, we're magnifying our mindsets so that we can see bigger and better opportunities also. And then one of the last things that I want y'all to think about, are you fixed or are you growth? A person with a fixed mindset is less likely to take risks. They are in fear of being judged. They don't want to be embarrassed. And they put in a little less effort because they view effort as pointless. It's like, what's the point of me even trying? You know, if you're born with this skill, then you're already good doing it. So why should I even put in the effort? I'm not about to go out there and embarrass myself. That's a fixed mindset. But someone with a growth mindset will say, hey, I know that I haven't gotten the skill down yet, but I'm going to go ahead and try until I get there. And they will put in more effort because they believe that they can achieve it. I went in all of my classes when I did this. I picked a student that I felt was, a little shorter, less athletic. And I said, hey, I'm going to give you this basketball. We're going to all go to the gym. And I want you to go and slam dunk this ball. The students, all the classes, all the students that I said it to was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, yeah, come on, we all going down there. I said, why did you say no? Their first thought was, I can't do that. I can't slam dunk this ball. I said, why not? One student said, well, because I'm too short. I said, well, there's short people that can dunk. So you probably might can dunk too. No. Another person said, well, no, because the goal is too high. When they said that, light bulb went off. I said, wait a minute. You're saying that this goal is too high, so you're not even going to try because you think you can't do it. Have you ever tried to dunk a ball? Well, no. Have you ever made an attempt? Well, no. I said, but you're not even going to put in any effort because you don't think that you can reach this goal. So that's for everybody out there. If you have these goals in life and you think these goals are too high, but you haven't even tried to achieve the goal, it's going to start with you changing your mindset about what you can do and what you can achieve. Because with time, effort, practice, you can. Because I had another student in the back, he said, oh, miss, he played basketball. And he was like, I can dunk. I can't dunk right now, but give me some weeks. I said, but you are going to actually put in the effort. He said, yes, because I know that I can do it one day. I said, but that is because your mindset believes that you can. And so after going through those different fixed versus growth, where do you stand? Are you a person that has a fixed mindset where you don't really take risks for fear of judgment? You really don't put in the effort because you don't think you can achieve the goal? Do you not, believe in yourself and you self-doubt yourself? Are you someone with a growth mindset where you say, I got this, I'm going after this? Because either one, I'm here to help you with these next steps. I want to give you some tools that can help you change and shift from having a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. But if you say, I already have a growth mindset, try not to tune out because challenges may come. And when those challenges come, you're going to have to maintain and sustain that growth mindset. And so the first thing that I want you to do is practice dreaming. And what do I mean by dreaming? Now, I'm not talking about go to sleep and we dream it at night. No, dreaming again. A lot of times we make mistakes or we have things that are failures, we call failures, and we stop dreaming and we say, I'm not even going to try to do that anymore. I tried it 20 years ago and I'm not even going to try to do it again. Dreaming means, what is your passion? What are you really passionate about? What's something that you could do every single day? What is something that interests you so much that you could do it for free? I mean, that really is what drives passion. The second thing is wishing. What do you really want? Identifying what you want. I have some adults that I've talked to that they still really, they're like, I don't know what I want. But what do you want? If you have a fixed mindset, I want you to think about, what do you really want out of life? What do you want out of your future? And then the third thing is set goals. Once you identified your passion, figured out what you wanted, set a goal. A lot of people started January, oh, we're going to write these goals down, but not just setting goals. Commit to the goals. Committing to the goals. So if you said, okay, Tracey, I want to try to shift this mindset from being fixed to being growth. If it's a goal, commit to it. And then take full responsibility if you don't achieve your goal. Because a lot of times people will set goals and they don't achieve it and they want to blame other people. That's a fixed mindset way of thinking. Because if you set a goal and you committed to doing it and then you didn't reach that goal, I need you to look back and see, well, what is it that I didn't do that got me off track? Or what is it that I did do that wasn't according and along with my purpose and my goal? And then number 4, set the stepping stones. And what that is that's making a plan. Because a lot of times we'll set these goals and we'll say, oh, I want to achieve $1 million by the end of the year. And if that's the goal, what's the plan to get there? The number 4 is setting the stepping stones. What's the plan? What plan did you put in place to get to the goals that you wrote down in January? And if you haven't written any goals down yet, you still got time. It's January the 16th. You still have time. Start setting some goals, but don't just set the goals. Make a plan to achieve the goals, because this is going to help you shift from having a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, because you're going to be focused. You're going to be focused on a goal. You're going to have direction. Think about it. If you have no goals in life, what direction do you have? What direction are you going? Your goal is going to point you in a certain way. And it's going to help you stay on track when you make a plan. And then the 5th thing is being persistent. Being persistent. That means not giving up, pushing through, keep going. Don't give up when it gets hard. This is going to help you shift. When you start to shift your mindset, when things get tough, instead of you looking at a challenge as, oh, this is too hard, I quit. No, that growth mindset is going to remind you of your goal. It's going to remind you of your plans, and it's going to help you get back on track. And being persistent, here's some things that I do to help me stay persistent. I changed the way I self-talk. How do you talk to yourself? What are you saying to yourself? Because what you say to yourself will determine what you believe in yourself. Now, if you're constantly putting yourself down, if you're constantly talking about what you can't do, for me, the word can't is a cuss word. I have it in my room and I have the word can't on the wall and I have a big X through it. And all my students know the word can't cannot be used in the classroom, because when you say you can't, you can't. And when you think you can't, you're not even going to try. You're not even going to put in the effort. So one thing to add to your vocabulary, replace those thoughts with more uplifting thoughts and the word yet. There's power in the word yet, Y-E-T. And what I mean by that is, if I said my goal is to be a multimillionaire by the end of 2024, I am not there yet. But guess what? It's a goal. I'm committed. I put the plans in place. Use the word yet in your vocabulary. Another thing, if you keep comparing yourself to others and you think everyone else is doing better than you, I need you to remember this. They started from the beginning just like you are. If you are at the beginning of a goal, they started from the beginning and now they are where they are. So everyone has a beginning. I have to think back about one of the ladies that I really look up to, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah has not always been Oprah. Oprah had setbacks. Oprah was fired from her job as a news anchor. They said that she didn't fit being on TV. Hello. And now she's Oprah Winfrey, billionaire. I mean, everyone has a beginning. So what's your beginning? The first beginning needs to be your mindset. Because the only way Oprah got to where she is now, because she had to have a growth mindset to be determined to achieve the goals that she had for her life. Now, you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have obstacles. When you use your growth mindset, it is going to help you overcome those obstacles. It is going to help you push past everything that you're going through. You are going to be able to unlock your potential. You're going to have more of a positive, resilient approach to those challenges. So remember, magnifying your mindset will increase your visibility of your dreams, your goals, and the visions that you have in your life. It will bring clarity. It will enlarge those things that you might not be able.
You're one of our superstars. I can't wait to. I look forward to. I caught myself there. I look forward to seeing you on the biggest stages in our planet. And what makes me, when I look at you, I think of the lives that you touch. I think of those kids that you're with, how much you're going to make their lives better and make this world better. We need more of you out there. I saw something on